doing an experiment today. I'm going to try distressing t-shirts. I have a couple of designs in mind. One is going to be cut and woven, and the other one is going to be distressed. Michelle's here. Michelle the llama is here for moral support. Now, I want to do some goth outfits because we're planning a goth punk video. And lately we've been doing a lot of videos where I have several outfit changes. Now, I used to be a goth back in the day. I've done other goth videos. The clothes that I had back then, I don't have anymore. They wouldn't fit me now anyway. But anyway, I wanted to expand my goth wardrobe. I've seen some really cool things online, like ripped, distressed shirts, but they're charging like $50 and $100 for them. So I thought, I wonder if I could do it myself. I watched several videos on them, and I think I could do it myself. I'm a little nervous, but all you need are scissors. Like some people use a ruler and pen, and I'm not doing any of that. I'm just going to be cutting, and hopefully it goes well. We'll see. So anyway, here goes. I had a bunch of these t-shirts from years ago. They're just plain, like plain Jane boring black Gildan t-shirts, and I was going to do something creative with them and then never got around to it. So anyway, I've got several of these, so I'm going to try to do a couple of them. So I'm going to start by cutting off the neck, the trim. So the neck and the bottom of the sleeves and the bottom of the shirt, and then I'm going to do a couple of cuts, a few I think, like in a triangle pattern, like 3 cuts at the top. I'm going to try doing some cuts on the sleeve, and then the back I'm going to do a cut and woven pattern that several people have done. The main one, my favorite one, was Jerian Stitches, I think is her name. She has a gray shirt and she cuts it up and then does a laddering effect and weaves it. It looks really cool. Anyway, I'm going to try that. I hope it goes well. I'm so nervous. I don't like doing new things, but anyway, this should be somewhat fun. The rest of my DIY Life is an Experiment playlist, it's mostly fix-it videos, repair videos, which are not fun. It's just out of necessity. When something breaks, I have to fix it. But this is more kind of a creative, fun project, so I hope it goes well. Anyway, we'll see. Okay, so I'm going to cut off the neck here. Kind of nervous how to do this. Start with a snip and just go around. So cut the whole thing off, and then I'm going to keep this, recycle, maybe I can use it for something later. And then you want to kind of stretch it out. Every time you make a cut, you want to stretch it out. Not so much that you rip it, but enough that it just kind of comes together. Looks a little bit uneven, but the whole point, it's supposed to look rebellious and punk. It's not supposed to be perfect. So that's the neck. Now I'm going to do the bottom of the sleeves and the bottom. Okay, get started. Stretch it. Okay, now I'm going to cut off the bottom. The other good thing about cutting t-shirts is if they're a little bit too small for you, this gives you a little bit more room and stretches it out a bit. So I'm going to cut off the bottom. It's taking longer than I thought to remove the bottom, but there it is. Yeah, so the bottom's done, and now I'm going to do the smaller cuts on the sleeve and the front. So again, you just stretch it out a little bit, not too much that you rip it, but just enough to make it come together. Okay, so there we've got the shirt with the cuts. Now I'm going to try doing some cuts on the sleeve and the front. A bit nervous about this. So first you have to make sure that the shirt's lined up perfectly because you're going to be cutting on the side. So I'm going to do cuts at the top here. Now I'm not measuring or anything, so it's not going to be perfect, but I'll lay it flat. Make sure it's lined up. Here we go. Oh, for sure how many cuts to do. Maybe I'll do, maybe I'll just do 3 cuts and see how that goes, or maybe I'll do several. I don't know. Just winging it here. Okay, so I'm going to have like a finger's width apart, I think. Here goes. I might do them increasingly smaller, or I might just do them random. Or should I do them all the same size? I don't know. I'm winging this. I don't know what I'm doing. There's one sleeve cut. I mean, we won't really know what it looks like till I try it on. I might make the cuts a little bit deeper. I think I don't really like the short ones. I think I'm going to make them all longer. So I made the cuts a little bit longer. Have a bit of a shredded sleeve. And again, we won't know how this is truly going to look until I put it on, but hoping for the best. It's not going to be perfect, but be kind of random and hopefully look cool. Yeah, that already looks a bit cooler now that I've stretched out the strings. Now I got to do the other side. Now I wasn't doing a perfect pattern, so yeah, it's just kind of random. Now I'm going to do the other side. Okay, so now I'm doing the other sleeve, and again, like it's not perfect, and I was just kind of winging it, so I didn't count how many cuts or anything, but I'm just trying to do like about a finger's space between cuts. And originally I was doing them kind of shorter, but then I ended up going longer, so I'm not even sure how long I went, but just winging it. Maybe like 2 snips down. So nervous, like the stakes are not high. It's just an old shirt and it doesn't matter. Okay, so you do the cuts, and then the stretching is an important part of it because that makes it kind of like curl down, curl over, and then it looks better than otherwise. It just looks like a crappy jagged edge, whereas when you stretch it, then it looks sort of cool. Just don't rip it, like don't go crazy. Just stretch a little bit. And I don't know, no one ever says in the videos whether these are hand wash afterwards, but yeah, I would be careful with them afterwards. So yeah, that looks kind of cool. We'll see how that looks on. But now I want to do some cuts at the neckline. So I want to do like a big one and then small, like a little upside down triangle. Now I'm nervous about this because I don't want to screw it up. It's at the front of the shirt. Now the tricky part is we want to make sure it's absolutely centered. So bring the edges of the arm together and fold the front so you know that's the absolute front center before you make the cuts. It's hard to get it in the right position here, so I can work with it. Okay, hopefully that's the front, and hopefully I don't mess this up. So I'm going to do like a long cut, then a shorter one, and a shorter one. I don't know how this is gonna go. So maybe 3, and then 1, 2, and then 1. I don't know. This is my artistic vision. I don't know how this is gonna look. Yeah, that doesn't look too bad. And then again, stretch. Now we're gonna do the back, and the video that I've watched, that looks like the fun part, but I'm also very nervous. So yeah, that looks kind of cool. I don't know if that's showing up. So now we're going to do the back laddering effect. So again, we have to make sure it's the absolute center. So bring the arm stitches together and try to fold it and make sure it is completely lined up, because then you're going to cut all along the back, and again, like a finger's width apart, I guess. And I don't know how many cuts in, maybe 3 or 4 snips in. I don't know how far to do it. So we're going to do a cut and a stretch, and then we're going to do a weave. I don't know how this is going to go. I've watched a video on this, but I don't know. I'm nervous to do it myself. I think 3 cuts maybe. I'm shaking, like I don't know why I'm so nervous. Everything looks so easy in the videos, but when you have anxiety, nothing's easy, like especially when you're doing something new you're not used to. You're always nervous. Okay, it's the last cut. Okay. So that's the back of the shirt. And we're going to stretch the pieces out so they're going to come together and look less jagged and more smooth and curled. And you could leave it like this, like you could just have a cut shirt, and it looks cool even like that, honestly. But I'm going to try a weaving thing because I think that looks really cool. So we'll see how it goes. So yeah, Jerry and Stitches was my favorite video. She did this technique on the back of a shirt, and I thought it looked really cool. She was calling it a beach cover-up, but for our purposes, we're trying to do a punk goth t-shirt thing. So let's see. So just make sure you stretch them all out so that they curl and they look cool. And just don't rip them if you're too strong. Okay, so now we've got our cut up shirt. Now we're going to do a weaving pattern, and I hope I've paid enough attention and know how to do this. Okay, so go to the middle. You're going to take the top string and put this one over it. Then you're going to get the next one under that. And you're just going to keep doing that. You're going to keep getting the next string and putting it under the top one. So you just keep making a loop. So yeah, it looks pretty cool, the laddering effect. And you just keep going. Just keep going down the whole thing, putting the next string under that loop, and you just keep going to the bottom. So this is it. This is the last loop. So now when you get to the bottom, it's like, well, how do you secure it? So you've got this cool laddering effect, but how do you keep it all from unraveling? So this last bottom string, we are going to cut it in the middle. And then each string we're going to cut up the middle. Which is hard because it's curling under, but try. Do-do-do. I feel like I need more hands. And tie it off. Did I cut that right up to the top? No, there we go. And tie it in a double knot. And do the same on the other side. Push it out. It didn't go perfectly, that's for sure, but learn as you go, and I'm happy with how it turned out in the end, so all's well that ends well. I'm going to try another t-shirt, but I'll save that for another video. I'm running out of space, so just got to keep this short and sweet. Anyway, thanks for watching. Bye for now.